I've seen the progress, right? I always tease Lexi. I was a ball boy for his college team. I went to the 1994 World Cup in the Rose Bowl. I watched those games, and Alexi's teams and generation changed it for the sport in America, right? Like they're starting to catch on. We now have a new league in '96, and America's starting to catch on. And so that was like captivating for me as a young kid. I remember being in South Africa and feeling like we never slept because we trained at night all the time, and the time difference was so crazy. And so we didn't go to bed till 4 in the morning, get up, have a little breakfast, go back to sleep, train in the evening. And we're getting all these messages from home, and social media is starting to kind of take hold. It's not really there yet, and you're seeing all of it. And I remember that goal goes in, people are following us, the cheers in the park, Lincoln, Nebraska. And I remember thinking, like, we're starting to change the landscape of soccer in America. Like being the next step in that path was so special, because I think you're then starting to get people who work on Wall Street or work in corporate America, leaving work early, going into the bars and watching, which hadn't really happened before. And so, we were getting those messages all the way down in South Africa and felt like we were part of a movement.
Yeah. And your point is well taken. Like, I played a long time in LA with Kobe Jones, right? And so that generation, and there was generations before them who paved the way a little bit to get to them, and they paved the way. And I think you understand this well, Tim, and I certainly got it when I played at Everton. Like, the history matters, and what people have done before matters, and it matters a lot. And so I want to make sure, one problem we worry about with generations to come is, do they really understand what's been put in to get them to this point, so that they're making $4 million a year, they're playing in front of sold out stadiums, millions of people are watching on TV. Do they understand and appreciate that? Because they need to do that for the next generation. And one day when we win a World Cup, those players hopefully will look back at the Pulisic's and McKennies and those guys and say, yeah, they helped push it along too. So I think that's so valuable and so important. And I just hope that we did a good enough job doing our part to keep pushing it along.
Sure.
Tim, how do you think this game and that tournament is going to be remembered in U.S. soccer circles?
Well, I think the game it speaks for itself. I mean, it's up there with the singular moments in time. The game, the actual goal itself, is probably more specific. Look, I think there's, I look at 94 and scoring the first goal, that first World Cup goal, whenever it was in Detroit. I can't remember when then the first World Cup win, and that was special to me. Obviously, going all the way back to '90 and those college kids and those young guys on the world stage. I mean, it's so impressive that here we are talking about it all these years later. For me, I look at this game as one that will also go down in history. We obviously advanced, and we unfortunately lost to Ghana, but that was winning that group on that goal at the end. Timing is everything, right? We scored that goal in the 60th minute and see it out. I don't know if everyone talks about it, but the way that we scored and the way that it happened means everyone will remember.
Tim, an absolute pleasure to catch up with you, man. Glad you're safe. Glad you're healthy. Glad you're still involved in the game. We need people like you to stay around, putting up the good fight. Great connecting with you again, my friend.
Good seeing you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Timmy.
Nice seeing you too.
For the best soccer content anywhere on the internet, follow Fox Soccer on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.